Hello and welcome to Flashback Generations.
Morning.
Today we've got a special episode where we're going to be doing a battle report. It's unusual for us. We've decided to go on one of our old favourites, Space Marine or Epic Armageddon, but we're doing the faithful Net Epic Gold rules.
Which is based on Space Marine, yeah?
Indeed.
The old version of the game.
So what we aim to do is we aim to make this as faithful to a White Dwarf recreation as possible. So bear with us and have fun. I've gone with my orcs. I think in another life I probably was an orc.
I can see that.
So I actually built the two lists. Pete's using my models, but we've got he's the old Imperium.
So we're guys, yeah.
We're playing a very common recreation of the 40k lore, I feel. What I've done is I've gone very infantry heavy, so I've got clans, Goths, Bad Moon, Death Skull, Cult of Speed. I've got a Great Gargant in there, a Bad Moon Battle Tower. It's by no means as hard as possible. I literally have no idea how good or bad things are, so I've kind of just taken bits and snippets of things. We know the rules, but you know, on paper versus actual in practice, I'm not sure. So just like, you know, analyse what you think from the video and the stats. And Pete, over to you.
So I am the Valiant Imperial Forces, the Imperial Guard or Astra Militarium. We've got this shed on wheels, the Leviathan. He's the boss of everybody. There's some Rough Riders scattered around. There's 3 Imperial Knights of some description or other there.
Yep,
we've got another big guy, the Warlord Titan, decked out with guns. A Warhound, lots and lots of tactical infantry, bit of heavy infantry. There's some Sentinels, bikes, yeah. Probably like at least one of everything, probably in their list. There's a few hobbits down the end. Sorry, copyright. Rattling snipers down the end there. They're going to do something sneaky, hopefully. Yeah, it looks a formidable force. Huge army to my untrained eyes. Really good. Right guys, so this is my secret pre-battle tactics huddle. Welcome. So yeah, I've not played this in 20 odd years, so I have very little clue what I'm doing. But what I have got is a big army of stuff with guns and a Titan or 2. So this game centres around capturing the objective. So my initial plan is to zip forwards as fast as I can, get near the objectives, put my scent all over as many objectives as I can. And then I think nature will take its course and the side will come crashing in and there'll be an almighty ruck. I'm terrified of his little orc shaman over there on the battle tower. He's given me a rundown of what he can do or might do. So that's pretty terrifying. So I might be making a hole in my list, if you like, to keep away from that, but I don't think it's going to help. His Great Gargant has got a nasty wrecking ball of some sort on it that sounds like it could take my Titan down pretty quickly. So I'm going to be trying to avoid that or avoid those two meeting. So the Titan's going to pound away on his troops and the Warhound Titan as well. Basically, I think the plan is to separate away from the shaman, whatever he's called, the dude. On the tower and the Gargant who are stood together. We're going to separate, avoid them, split either way and battle for the objectives with the rest of his chaff out on the edges. That's the overall plan anyway.
My pre-battle analysis. I think I've got a good shot here. You know, I think I'm going to try and charge forwards and really surprise him. I hope that he's got everything on advance and he just comes forward far too slowly. These are forests, by the way. So he's just going to come slowly and try and pick me off, but I want to get in a position where he realizes he's too late, and then I can actually start first firing and pick his troops off. I don't know how I'll deal with this Titan exactly, because I don't think we'll ever see each other, but at the same time I think it's a good thing. I might try and distract his Titan. I'm going to try and get an early snatch and grab with the objectives, and hopefully he hasn't planned on doing the same thing. as with a lot of games, turn 1 wasn't that eventful. We basically both moved forwards.
Shuffled up a bit, didn't we?
I probably did a bit more rapidly than you.
Yeah.
In terms of deaths and stuff, not much happened. We'll have a close-up of what was going on. You can see I've just kind of moved forwards with the orcs. I've claimed this objective here. Pete has claimed this objective over here. Do you want to put an objective on that, Pete?
We didn't do that, did we?
Yep. So in terms of victory points, nothing's really died. You can see he's just moved forwards very slowly. Leviathan took an direct shot at this building, didn't do much. Everything in mine just kind of charged forwards. The Great Gargant had a shot with cannonball, kind of fluffed it. Weird Boy Tower, that got overloaded with power from all of these things and ended up like killing a few troops here and there. Nothing major. We had a bit of a standoff. He had the Warhound Titan, was shooting at these, what are they called?
The chocolate
rippers, and nothing was really happening there. They all fluffed it. The only thing Pete actually managed to do was the Warlord Titan to the rescue. Managed to shoot a barrage over here. Bang! Took out two.
Indirect barrage.
Two indirectly. Over here.
Load of horses getting blocking each other up in the streets.
Yeah, small arms fire took out some horses.
Yeah.
These are woods. These are woods here, so they can't see out.
That's stupidly deployed behind the woods, so we're now marching through.
Same here.
We don't care.
And then and lastly, basically my guys in the buildings, they managed to kill a few Rough Riders.
And the poor old rattling snipers over there had a couple of shots, but failed to do anything.
That's the rattlings there. They were shooting at the Goths. But yeah, that's it. So we'll go into turn 2. As promised, that was a pretty bloody turn. We've both moved forwards. You can see our score has adjusted quite dramatically.
So I figured out how the scores work. So at the end of every turn, everybody goes to 0 and you count up what you've broken in terms of units and what objectives you're currently holding. So it swung a bit that way.
Yeah.
Possibly temporarily.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually thought...
So my overall thing was to try and get in my chaff, like bikes, which don't seem to do anything. They don't bring guns, Imperial bikes, in there to contest the objectives.
They did it well. I was expecting to win a lot more combats, but let's talk about that in detail with the action cam. We had quite a bloody match over here. Pete charged a lot of bikes right into the mix here.
Yeah, just to contest that objective on the building there.
He still has it. He still has bikes in the mix. You can see it there. My Stompers did absolutely nothing.
They're looking the wrong way.
The Goths kind of advanced here and kind of suffered a lot. I had a lot more.
The big story of that street side was the Flamers were threatening my bikes.
Yeah, so Flamers actually got to there. They got there and then they flamed those guys.
They did that, yeah.
There was a lot of...
But the good old Leviathan, who's down the road here, blasted quite a lot of hell out of the flamer trucks.
He did, yeah. So he was he killed the flamers that were sitting there.
Oh, cool.
Pete's had a lot of troops kind of sitting around. They've been just doing small arms fire against me there. We'll move on a bit. So the Stompers did nothing, as I said. Over here, the hill, we had
a good fight,
all of the bikes jumped up here.
My Sentinels were in a row there.
The Sentinels went there. Sentinels got taken out straight away by the knobs.
Was that first fire?
Yeah.
Well,
and then
all 5 of them dead in one shot.
The rest of my bikes went around here, ready to kind of ambush him on that side and contest this objective. He went nowhere because his Titan firstly assisted them, but these guys just got really lucky and just took them all out.
They took out the rest, yeah.
But then over here, my Weird Boy Tower is on a perfect shot. He actually went and shot the one of those knights. He took a knight out, and that was all he did. That Gargant shot his big ball. It went through the building. I actually forgot I was going to hit the Leviathan.
There's now a big hole in the building, but it's still standing, luckily.
He did okay, but at the same time, he also took out a load of... There was actually a lot of troops there.
I think there's a commissar or somebody over there.
So, he hasn't done bad. He's taken out the group. This lift and dropper down here has done nothing. What have we got over here? We had a lot of big skirmishes over here, really.
Yeah, big combat.
All the tin bots
were Tinbot mob. They were there. He charged them.
Loads of Rough Rider charges over this side, weren't there? Yeah?
The Rough Riders, they went straight in. These Bad Moons are not doing anything because they're actually in the middle of a wood. So the Rough Riders all went in. Kind of a bit of a mixed bag of who won and who lost. It was very even, I guess. And over this side, the Blood Axe clan is having a good brawl here as well. It ended up a draw.
It's strange over there.
It's a strange fight now because all my orcs have no command. There's no
my
knobs.
guys don't either because the commissar was sat on this hill stupidly and got shot off. So these guys are without command structure, and those guys.
So there's a lot of no command. People wondering what to do. So next turn should be interesting /
Bizarre.
weird.
Yeah.
So let's go into turn 3.
That was a really big turn. I feel like you've done well to kind of just capture and to keep the objectives.
Yeah, keep poking my nose in there around the objectives.
I feel like I'm trying really hard to try and push you out of my zones.
I'm rapidly running out of guys though.
Yeah. So let's have a look and see what's happened.
Starting in the Goth corner as usual. What we have here is we had a big bloody battle here where pretty much my Goths all ran in and got mowed down.
Yeah.
They lost, in a heavy way. I still have my knobs and things and there's bits and bobs walking around that are doing their best to live on. His sniper, he's only got one left. Just need to get him. This detachment's proving very resistant, but the rest of them are actually just about to run away. What we have over here, Bad Moon Tower has decided to come over this way.
He did a number on the Warhound side, didn't he, over here?
The Warhound, yeah. So
Yeah.
Pete had the Warhound run across cleverly, avoiding my Gargant, which is now pointing the wrong way, or rather he's pointing at nothing. I was hoping that his other Warlord Titan would have walked out into the
no
open.
chance. Not while that thing's around.
So that's what I was looking for. The Stompas actually did something. They managed to come out here. I had the gun here, pummel away at the Leviathan. We took off all the shields. Then the Stompas managed to all shoot the bridge. They all got it, and then he saved it all.
3-5 up save, yeah.
Yeah. So literally, they didn't quite make it. Objectives contested here still. We've got all the bikes here hanging around. And
Yeah, the
charge
troops
orders.
are not there anymore now. Thanks to them.
This Warhound ran in the back, and Vulcan Mega bolted. And
Yeah, but he's taken. He took 2 head damage results
Yeah.
on the table
so
from
he's
the weird boy.
so it's all like he's a bit damaged, but I'm having difficulty with this Leviathan, which has actually just got 3 shields back.
Yeah.
Going across. We had an interesting combat here. A load of Rough Riders ran straight into this building. This used to be full of orcs, and it's not so full anymore. But the Rough Riders are failing lots of fallback tests, and so they're not really doing much. I should point out this lift the drop actually managed to hit one of them. And
Yeah, picked one of those guys up and threw him into his mate. So that was 2 stands killed.
That's pretty lucky. The Warlord Titan's failing to make an impact.
He's hiding in the bushes. That's right.
Yeah, he's not.
His
doing
guns, I just can't roll well on his guns at all.
Over here, these guys actually managed to look at nothing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't move these guys. They're all just sitting in the woods still.
Hiding, yeah.
So I don't want to put them out because there's going to be too many things for him to shoot at. Then the next thing over here, a very strange. I'll start over here with the Blood Axe clan. They've all walked to the edge of the board because of their orc order. Pete had a load of bikes there. They're all on fall back and they've fled off the board. We've got this combat that's been going on the whole game, which is, now it's just 1v1 left.
So nearly over. Yeah,
Nearly over.
Yeah.
He's on full back, so he's kind of lost it, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. To be concluded. And then, I've got lots of orcs kind of who are hanging around. Blood Axe clan have actually won in essence here. And that's pretty much it. Let's go into turn 4.
So we came to a conclusion that we call it a day after turn 4. I finished on 41 points versus 30 from Pete, but for instance, Pete's got one guy contesting,
Yeah.
like one commissar contesting an objective. So there's nothing.
There's
really
two. I want to lose 2 objectives definitely in the next turn, so that's another 10 points to sight.
You don't have any power left as well.
Yeah,
to
I've just got.
fight back.
I haven't got enough army left to even contest after the end of the next turn. So yeah, it's definitely going size way now.
Well, we'll show you what happened.
In the end, basically all my Goths ran off the board. This street fight ended up.
I stuck the levy down that street to contest that objective there.
Yeah, he did that quite well. So you know,
And plus to get away from all this hideousness that was coming his way.
So yeah, he didn't want to get shot up by these stompers. These stompers just stood there and shot about. But they ended up taking out that warhound.
Well,
type
they crippled the warhound, didn't they?
They really kind of finished the fight. But you know, this little fight here, the skirmish that you were in the building.
There's still rattling snipers alive.
I never got him. But yeah, there was two guys, the two, what are they called, Goths there that ended up falling back and losing calf. We got the knobs who've been sitting here shooting and not really doing much.
Taking the cathedral.
These guys have actually just been taking off the shields, but never actually quite wiping them out. Same with the Weird Boy Tower, constantly shooting.
Yeah, he's a real good unit.
Not doing it though. Middle of the board, the Super Little Dropper did very little all game, to be honest, to really talk about. I ended up having one little bike there contest this
playing that
objective. I probably didn't need it because I had the Stompers here anyway, so it was as good as mine, to be honest. Really exciting part. We had this. The big showdown actually happened. The Warlord took on the Gargant. The Gargant ended up killing the.
Well, the Titan managed to get
Warhound
2 shots on his big weapon, which failed to damage him through all his shields, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But he didn't actually manage to damage it in the end, or you saved it, didn't you? So he was trying to stop him. The Gargant returned in kind and mowed him down. He crashed to the ground, and then he opened up on the Warlord over here, who I think it was the cannonball took out one of his legs completely, damaged the other leg. So this guy was not turning or firing at all for the rest of the game.
Yep.
All his shields were taken off as well.
Big
He was in a very
moments.
bad way.
Big moment here was Pete advanced all of the.
My heavy
heavies.
troopers came out.
He really
Sai
went
stayed
for
in
me.
the woods.
I actually decided I'm going to stay in the woods, and I came forwards too. We had a match off. My guys.
Well, yeah, learning point for me is that I let Sai fire first in that battle, and he took off 8 of my stands, which was 2 detachments of 4 in one round of shooting.
It was too nasty. You couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Over here, Super Lifted Dropper. The Gargant was a hero here, really. This combat never resolved or finished. What else happened? Over here, I ended up winning, so I ended up killing. You know,
the horses dissolved in the end.
Yeah, they they're
And I
outnumbered.
swooped in these little guys. These are 2 sectional HQs and a commissar Rough Rider. They snuck in to contest that, which saved me a few points for a while, but
It was
they're not going to hold up in the next round.
It was a worthy cause, but it wasn't going to do anything. So yeah, I mean, that's it.
It was a good fun game we played. I feel like.
Been all day mostly, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. We had a lot of
me
infantry.
saying, now does this work? What do I do now? You know, all that sort of stuff.
A lot of easy to use troops sitting in here.
So it's my first real proper game of Space Marine ever. Well, in about 30 years or something.
Oh, me too, actually. I reread the rules and I was all getting excited about playing it.
Yeah, I must say it's a really good game. If the models are a bit scrappy because they're very old, you know, and all that. But if they launched it now, I think it would hold its head up as a really good game. You know, it's a brilliant system. Loving it.
There's a lovely simplicity to it that doesn't really exist nowadays.
Yeah, and the good thing is, whenever there's a question, and they happened a lot where I didn't know what was going on, if you just imagine, you know, do the old fluff imagination thing of what might happen, that's probably what the rules are. You know, it's sort of like, can you jump in a tank and zoom across the board and jump out and then run a bit? No, you can't, because you can't do that in real life, sort of thing. You know, it's all very fluff-driven rules. It's really good.
Yeah,
there's not much abstraction really.
There's a lot of a kind of simplicity to it too. I got these guys shooting these 8 guys. I can only see them. I can't see him. So just roll your dice and
there's
take guys off.
a few artifacts, you know, like the -1 if you're standing in the wood at all. You know, all that sort of thing. Old GW classics.
But but it works.
It does.
In its simplest form, it kind of it works.
Yeah.
And the objective grabbing makes every game quite different.
It's a puzzle, a tactical puzzle.
It's what you're going to aim for. I feel like balance-wise, like we used forces that were very similar.
Yeah, I didn't have any issue with that. I mean, the Gargant was powerful, super powerful, but you only had one of those, and I had 2 Titans effectively. And I had 1.5 Titans to your 1.5 Titans, really.
Your Leviathan, I thought, was amazing.
He's amazing. Yeah, he's good.
That was
big block of iron, isn't he?
It was something I couldn't actually take on. Whereas I think that your Titan, you didn't utilize him enough.
No, true.
He wasn't.
Well, that's because of the plan, son, which you'll find out about now. It was all in the plan.
My Gargant, you kind of had me going left and right. You kind of did a good job of
that part of the plan worked, yeah.
Doing that, but I don't think you were a bit too fearful of him. If you really...
That was the plan, yeah. Let's be scared of the wizard and the Gargant. The plan was, I will split and go either way and try and annoy you on objectives and take off the chaff as I can.
Okay.
So that's what I was aiming for, because I didn't want to go anywhere near those 2.
Fair enough. I mean, the Weird Boy Tower was quite good, but he didn't...
You can't escape from him, really, can you?
No.
I mean, you can't escape from the cannon on the Gargant either. Pretty terrifying.
It is. Oh, it's 150 points though, so it's got a price.
What was the points level, by the way? I have no idea.
Oh, we played 4,000.
4,000. Well, fair enough. Big old game.
Right. Well, I hope that the videos actually ended up quite a throwback to being White Dwarf.
So what was your plan, Si?
My plan was to
smash face, yeah?
No, to run forwards and actually just try and hold you up.
Oh, just hold me up and get to the objective sooner.
Yeah, I wanted to get in the buildings first and have you charge me, which did happen, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, you had most builders by far.
I didn't. But I didn't win the combats. That's
Yeah.
how I felt like.
My horses were killing your orcs left, right, and centre for a bit, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, the Goths and stuff. The Goths,
Yeah.
the hard fighters. What? They just
Dying to the foot sluggers, my foot sluggers.
Oh, the rattling snipers killed them. So it is a dice game.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah. But yeah, what a really good dice game it is.
All right. Well, cheers for watching, guys, and leave your comments and let us know what you think.
Cheerio.
See you later.